Hello, everyone. Welcome to Untold History, where we discover the story you won't find in books. Today we're going to explore the rise of the Ming Dynasty, one of the most influential and enduring in Chinese history. We will see how he emerged from the turbulence and chaos to establish a government that would last nearly 3 centuries and leave a lasting legacy in China's history. The Ming Dynasty was established in 1368 by Yuan, who later became the first Ming emperor under the name Hongwu. Yuan was born in 1328 to a poor peasant family in southern China. His childhood was marked by poverty and adversity, and at a young age he was orphaned due to a plague that struck his village. This difficult start was the first step on his path to power. The rise of the Ming marked the end of the Yuan dynasty, which had been ruled by the Mongols. The Yuan dynasty had lost popular support due to corruption, administrative inefficiency, and constant revolts. The Yuan, who had ruled China since 1271, faced increasing challenges both internally and externally. The pressure of peasant rebellions and internal strife weakened their control, creating an environment conducive to the emergence of a new dynasty. Yuan, a peasant leader who had fought in several rebellions against the Yuan, managed to unify the rebel forces under his command. His army, known as the White Lotus Forces, began to gain territory and popular support. In 1356, Zhu captured the city of Nanjing, which would later become the capital of the Ming dynasty. His victory over the Mongols and the subsequent proclamation of the new Ming regime in 1368 ushered in an era of stability and reform for China. Under Hongwu's reign, the Ming government implemented a series of reforms that transformed China's administration, economy, and society. Hongwu established a centralized system of government that strengthened imperial control over the provinces and reorganized the system of taxation and justice. Its focus on agriculture and rebuilding the country's infrastructure helped revitalize the economy and improve the living conditions of the population. One of the most significant reforms was the implementation of a rigorous system of examinations to select competent officials. This imperial examination system, based on knowledge of the Confucian classics, increased administrative efficiency and reduced corruption by ensuring that only the most qualified held government positions. In addition, Hongwu promoted strict discipline in the army and strengthened border defenses to protect the empire from possible invasions. During the Ming period, China experienced an unprecedented cultural flourishing. He witnessed a boom in the arts, literature, and science. Notable figures such as painter Xin Zhou and novelist Luo Guanzhong, author of The Romance of the Three Kingdoms, emerged during this era. Literature flourished with the creation of novels and plays that explore historical and contemporary themes. In addition, important advances were made in architecture and engineering. One of the most outstanding architectural achievements was the construction of the Forbidden City in Beijing, which began in 1406 under Emperor Yongle. This city, with its impressive scale and design, became the symbol of the greatness of the Ming government and the center of the political and ceremonial life of the dynasty. Another highlight was maritime trade and exploration. Admiral Zheng He, with his fleet of large ships known as junks, conducted a series of expeditions along the coast of Asia, Africa, and the Middle East between 1405 and 1433. These expeditions, which included hundreds of ships and tens of thousands of men, not only expanded China's reach, but also promoted trade and established diplomatic relations that helped consolidate Chinese influence in the international arena. Zheng He's expeditions took China as far away as the Arabian Peninsula and the east coast of Africa. These voyages not only facilitated the exchange of goods, such as spices, silk, and porcelain, but also of ideas and cultures. However, after the death of the Yongle Emperor, the expedition stopped and China adopted a more isolationist policy, focusing on defense and internal development. The Ming Dynasty was also noted for its innovations in agricultural and craft production. The introduction of new crops and agricultural techniques significantly improved the country's productivity and food self-sufficiency. The textile industry, especially the production of silk and cotton, flourished during this time, and Ming porcelain became a highly prized luxury product both in China and abroad. Despite these achievements, the end was marked by internal problems. Corruption at court, power struggles between eunuchs and civil officials, and peasant rebellions weakened the government. Social and economic tensions grew as taxes rose, and living conditions deteriorated for the majority of the population. In 1644, popular discontent and encroachment by Manchu forces led to the fall of Peking and the collapse of the Ming Dynasty. The Manchus, who had been consolidating their power in northeastern China, took advantage of the weakness of the Ming to advance southward. In 1644, Manchu forces, led by Prince Dorgan, took Beijing with the help of Wu Sangui, a Ming general who betrayed his dynasty. This event marked the end of the Ming Dynasty and the beginning of the Qing Dynasty, which would continue to rule China until the 20th century. This dynasty left a deep mark on the country's culture, politics, and economy. The Ming era is remembered as a period of splendor and transformation that helped shape Chinese identity and its place in the world. Cultural and scientific achievements, along with its administrative system and agricultural reforms, laid the foundation for China's future development. The influence of the Ming Dynasty endures in modern China. The artistic, literary, and architectural traditions established during this period continue to be a source of pride and cultural heritage. The Forbidden City, which is now a museum, remains a testament to the grandeur and sophistication of the Ming era. In addition, Ming porcelain and other cultural artifacts continue to be highly valued and sought after by collectors and museums around the world. This dynasty is also remembered for its impact on global trade. Through its maritime expeditions and its participation in the Silk Road, China became an important center of trade and cultural exchange. Its influence extended beyond its borders, leaving a lasting mark on neighboring regions and the history of international trade. Throughout his nearly 3 centuries of rule, he faced numerous challenges, but he also made great strides that contributed to China's development and prosperity. His legacy continues to be a source of inspiration and study for historians, scholars, and history enthusiasts. This era represents a pivotal chapter in China's history, filled with achievements, challenges, and transformations that have shaped the course of the nation. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the rise of the Ming Dynasty. We hope you enjoyed discovering the impact of this influential dynasty on Chinese history. Don't forget to leave your comment and share the video if you liked it. If you want to continue discovering more surprising stories, subscribe to the channel and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our videos. See you in the next episode of Untold Story.